Guys, today we're reacting to the final Morbius trailer. I'm pretty excited for this film, so let's get into it.
Morbius, discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
So right there is pretty cool. Dr. Morbius, find out who you're supposed to be, the bad guy. Pretty much, submits, clarifying that Morbius is kind of like an anti-hero character in general. I think that's kind of in line to what he is in the comic books as well, kind of navigating that fine line between trying to be a hero, so as an anti-hero, public enemy number one. So we open up with a scene with, obviously, I guess the US government or mercenaries are trying to find Dr. Morbius. Again, I think he's like public enemy number one. Alright, that's pretty cool right there, guys. The fact that we get like this first person perspective as Dr. Morbius, or Morbius is, obviously trying to fight these guys. I hope a lot of the other fight sequences that we have in this film utilize this first person perspective because it looks pretty dope. Now that's pretty dope, guys. So one thing I've always noticed from these trailers is the fact that the CGI looks really, really cool, especially when we see Jared Leto's character transform into Morbius, his vampire form. It looks sick. It looks pretty dope.
Michael, what have you done?
I was trying to help people. But the cure.
Obviously, guys, just referencing the fact that Dr. Morbius, became this weird vampire persona due to the fact he was trying to find a cure, I think, for himself, for his rare genetic disease.
It's a curse.
Michael.
Infamous. I remember when this movie was first coming out, we got like the first teasers and snippets from the trailer, and this was the first thing that we saw. And again, guys, CGI, pretty fucking cool. Jared Leto looks badass here in his vampire state.
I have powers that can only be described as superhuman. But there's a cost.
Now, this is pretty cool as well. Now, obviously, I don't think that he can obviously do any type of psychological mind bending like a Charles Xavier, but I'm sure when he's in this vampire state, everything looks blurred because he has increased speed. So that's pretty cool.
But there's a cost. Now, I face a choice.
Now, another thing that's also interesting, the fact that it seems to be that he has some control over it, as he's saying, I have abilities, but it comes for a cost, and he kind of shows really quickly, his transformation. So he has ability or control over his powers.
Now, I face a choice. To hunt and consume blood.
Yeah, dude, these action sequences go really, really crazy. I love them.
And consume blood. Or die.
You have monsters within us.
I love that we see that duality of Dr. Morbius. He's kind of forced to go out there and kill and find blood. The alternative is to die. And it's actually really funny. There's actually a video game that was very similar to this called Vampire. I don't know if anyone ever played it, but it's a similar storyline, where it's some person who, they are forced into killing, they don't want to, kind of against their own will. And it's kind of crazy to see that internal conflict kind of play out. And it looks like that we're going to get that here.
It's up to us to control it.
What if?
Again, guys, that was such a sick scene, guys. Him dodging the bullets, going super fast. When he's in that state, everything looks blurry.
What if I can't?
Michael Morbius.
Oh shit. Okay, guys. He also has flight? Question mark. I didn't even know that, but pretty dope. It actually is also giving me a little bit of prototype vibes. Kind of like how he has the wind coming out of his hands and stuff like that.
Given a gift.
Not exactly.
Time to let go of what you used to be. Discover who you're meant to be.
So it seems like this character right here is kind of playing the devil, the little devil on his shoulder, pretty much kind of putting him towards the bad side. Hey, just pretty much stop trying to be a good person. Stop trying to do this balance between human and vampire. Consume as much as you want, be chaos, and be what you want. Which is, again, pretty cool.
Who you're meant to be.
All our lives we've lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change?
So, gonna go ahead and assume that this character right here is someone with a similar power to Michael Morbius, or someone who just has a power and ability where is also destructive, and he's kind of tired of hiding it and playing it safe around humans. So it's actually kind of cool to see the internal conflict between Morbius, but also an external conflict between him and this potential antagonist that they're pretty much setting up for this film.
They know what it feels like for a change. Just accept who you are.
The bad guy.
Again, guys, I'll say for the last time, I promise, CGI and the fight scenes look amazing. I love the cinematography so far. I love the transformation we see from Michael Morbius throughout all these fight sequences.
Accept who you are.
The bad guy. Morbius.
It's so cool, guys.
Holy water? Really?
Yeah. You ever see Lost Boys?
Story of my life.
Okay, that's pretty funny. So this movie also has some comedic relief as well. I mean, it is produced by Venom, so it was going to be in there regardless. Holy my god, guys. I mean, this stuff is rated PG-13, but you can see that, I mean, people are getting their throats slashed. Like, this is a pretty intense scene right here. So I feel like it's really more so geared towards probably adult audiences, even though it's PG-13. And I think this final scene here just kind of cements that. So cool, though. So cool.
A new Marvel Legend arrives exclusively in movie theaters.
I think that's it, right? Yeah, guys. So pretty much you already heard what I said. I mean, right off the bat, guys, excited. I think this final trailer is really, really good. Has me excited for this film. I love Michael Morbius as a character. I love the direction they're going with in terms of, again, that internal conflict of wanting to consume blood, and obviously that means killing people, as opposed to trying to contain it and be a good person. That internal conflict, but also that external conflict as well that we have with him and other characters. People saying, hey, stop trying to numb yourself down and stop trying to hide your true identity, and be you in your truest form, whether that be you going out there and consuming blood or people and yada yada. So again, I love that, guys. I love seeing that dynamic. I love seeing that internal conflict, and it's great. Fight sequences look dope. CGI looks crazy as well, guys. Super excited for this film, and maybe we'll get a Venom cameo. Who knows though? But thanks, guys, for watching this little quick trailer breakdown, and subscribe here for more breakdowns and reviews in the future.